الشرقية واضحة بأعمالها الموصوفة بالأسلوب الواقعي أو النيورياليست. الفنانة التشكيلية بنتي كريستنسن-Ernst المولودة بالدنمارك، صاحبة استوديوهات بأنطاكيا، اسطنبول وكوبنهاجن، تتنقل بين بلدان مختلفة لعرض أعمالها مثل الولايات المتحدة، ألمانيا، فرنسا، السويد وغيرها. وقفة ببيروت خصصت فيها جاليري 169 لعرض مجموعتها الجديدة يلي بتحمل اسم ميتافور أو استعارة. لوحات مميزة بتشمل معاني عديدة بنشوفها بهالتقرير.
I'm a Danish painter. I live partly in Antakya, partly in Istanbul and partly in Copenhagen. But most of these paintings from this exhibition are made in Antioch, in Turkey. The title is Metaphors. Most of the things, I mean, you can see it has another meaning. For example, if you look at the painting with the potato, it is called old-fashioned because it's an old potato. So I have, when I look at something, I get another idea, but I paint it realistic. Vegetables I see in the market, if I see something very interesting. I like roots, for example, of a vegetable. Sometimes I take a picture if I have a camera, or I buy a lot and take it home and I play with it all the time. I fall in love with something. It could be the color, it could be the subject, or it could be the form of it. I started to paint very late. I was past 40 when I started. In fact, I started when we were living in Ankara in Turkey. My husband was studying Arabic, Turkish and Persian at the university there. So while I was in Ankara, I had lots of time, so I started to paint there. I paint with oil painting and I make very thin layers on top of each other. I think it came when I was in Ankara and I was very poor because my husband studied there. I think I didn't have a lot of money for oil paint, so I found this style myself. But it worked out very well. Sometimes when I see the thing, I already have the name in mind. But sometimes I have no name in mind. It's just the thing, I fall in love with the thing, then I'm thinking about it. What would be a suitable name for the way I feel about it. So we have lots of fun, my husband, and he's very good with languages. And we sit down and have discussions about this. So we find a suitable name. The top paintings is open peppers, and I call it battlefield, because in a war the bodies are cut open and you can see everything inside. But it is green and red peppers from Antioch, where I live, because this is really pepper country. They eat red peppers and green peppers and hot peppers and sweet peppers all the time. So I got very inspired from peppers in that country. The painting is called Young Love. So it is hot pepper and a sweet pepper together. The portrait is called Abla, in Turkish means big sister. It is two girls from Antakya, from Antioch, and they love each other very much. And I made a series of Turkish baths. I use these two girls as models many times in my paintings. I like sometimes to do the shadow nearly as dark as the background, so it goes out into the background. sometimes I make the whole fish. Sometimes I cut all the heads off and make all the heads. And I made many fish paintings. But again, like the vegetables, I play with the fish before I eat them. But this, I cut the head, and so I call it capital punishment. I love the subject of fish. I never paint, you know, the table or the things behind, because I want the object to be important, not the background. So it just select the object be very important. I like it to be very simple. It's not black, it's paint gray, because I use the paint gray on two times on top of each other. It looks like black, but if you use only black, it gets very hard. The portrait is, in fact, my husband. I use as model many times, and it's called George Effendi. When we are living in Istanbul, we go to the covered bazaar and to other places, and they sell old photos of very nice Turkish families from old days, and the men all have a fez on the head. So one day I said, I would like to make you a Danish Effendi, or what do you call it, tabus? I hope to come back again, because I found that this exhibition has been very good for me. So good response from people. It's my first exhibition in Beirut, but I have been here 3 times before. I came first time in 1966 as a tourist, but this has been the best because we stayed long, and when you work a place, it's much more interesting than when you're just a tourist.